Hello guys, and welcome back to the In-Depth Podcast. I am your host, James Orr, and I'm joined with Leo Anderson here today. How are you, Leo?
I'm good. Happy to be back after missing a week.
No, a week ago we missed because we were quite busy.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough time, so we thought we'd have hopefully a longer episode today. Hopefully, we'll see.
We'll hopefully longer than the last couple anyway. But
Aye, and we forgot to mention that we're here today with a special guest. It's Bobby Jack.
Hi, good to be here.
Hi Bobby, how you been?
Been alright.
Obviously, we did film. Well, we did film our podcast a few weeks back, but I forgot to edit it.
we didn't film. We recorded.
Same thing. But I forgot to edit it, so it didn't quite make it. But it's glad to have you back.
Aye, cheers for having me, lads.
Obviously you were probably one of the first people we wanted on the podcast because one of our mates there.
I'm going to run over the Premiership games. We'll talk about any games we want to cover at the end, but I'll just run over them first off. So Dundee 4, St Mirren 0, Hibs 1, Kilmarnock 0, Motherwell 1, Hearts 2, St Johnstone 1, Ross County 0, and then on the Sunday games, Livingston 0, Rangers 2, and Celtic 6, Aberdeen 0.
There's probably 2 or 3 games there.
Yeah.
Premiership just alone, which is probably notable. One of them being the Celtic 6-0. Aberdeen like to get beat 6-0 sometimes by teams in green. Another game, Dundee against St Mirren. Obviously just got promoted, and St Mirren are third, and they've battered them 4-0. What are your thoughts on that, Leo?
Dundee. I'm really surprised of Dundee actually this season. Joint on points with Hearts, who are 4th in the league.
Yeah,
That's really impressive.
it really is. Bobby, what are your thoughts on Dundee doing so well? Obviously, your team's Raith Rovers.
Yeah.
They were Dundee winning your league last season. Kind of steamrolled the league. Do you like it that they're doing well? That it advocates for obviously championship teams as well, and how a team could be in the championship one season and do really well the next season. Do you think it's good, or do you think what do you think?
Well, firstly, I don't actually think that Dundee warrant being a championship club.
No, yeah.
They're definitely a Premiership club, but it does show that teams can come up from the Championship, perform in the Premiership, and I mean Dundee, they've just humped St Mirren 4-0. They're the only team apart from Celtic and Rangers to beat them this season.
Mental.
It's mad.
Hibs too. That was in the cup though, not in the league. Okay, let's go to another Premiership game. St Johnstone, Leo.
Yeah, St Johnstone winning their 2nd game in a row. So yeah, after not winning a game, winning 2 games in a row, but now they're sitting 10th. I thought they were
Destined for relegation.
destined for relegation. Yeah.
Aye.
But
Do you still think they'll go down?
It's tough to say because Livy, Ross County.
Livy have been horrible.
I know,
I
they
thought
could-
Livy would be decent this season. Like mid-table, like 7th, 8th.
Again, there's not much in it though.
No, exactly. I think 9th to 5th is like a 4-point gap.
Yeah.
So, mental. Any other games you want to talk about?
Go one more. Go 6 now.
6th, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I want to talk about how surprisingly poor Aberdeen was.
But that's mental because they were poor against us, but they just hit us on the counter.
I know.
The thing is, with Hibs and Celtic, yous can defend the counter quite well. At times, obviously.
At times.
But obviously, against Aberdeen, they had no chance, and you obviously found out that you won 6-0. So Celtic must be doing something right.
I just thought that Aberdeen would show a wee bit more though, create a few chances like most teams do, but there was just nothing at all. And I don't know if Barry Robson's going to survive very long, if I'm being honest.
What do you think, Bobby? Do you think he'll survive very long?
No, I think Barry Robson's been he's been under the cosh for quite a few weeks now, and I mean you can't set up that defensively away at Celtic Park and lose 6-0. When you've shipped 6 goals whilst being defensive, you can't do that.
No. Well, another key moment from that game is that Rebizic,
Yeah.
is that his name? Clattered into Kyogo. Horrible head collision, and it was only a yellow card.
He was knocked out before he even hit the ground.
I know.
And I seen him, he posted on Twitter today, or X, whatever you want to call it, but
Yeah.
he posted that he couldn't remember what happened.
What, that day or just the game?
No, he couldn't remember what his teammates coming up and asking him if he's alright. He couldn't remember any of that. He lost his complete memory from that. So
That's horrible.
I know.
Like, I don't know how that could be a yellow. That only a yellow. That's horrible. Even if it wasn't intended, it's still really bad.
back of the head as well. He could have got brain damage
Oh,
from
he's
that. I'm
not-
not even joking.
Could have been paralysed.
I know.
That's how severe it was. Obviously, we'll talk about one of our Premiership games. Hibs, come on, I have to mention the mighty Hibees. Finally, we've actually won a game and no drawed it. Sorry, drawn it. Gerard? I don't know. But Nick Montgomery seems to be now getting his preferred lineup out, and he's starting Yar Tavares, which I don't mind. I do not mind, but you've got to implement Yuan on the left or right. Obviously, he started Josh Campbell, who got the goal for Hibs against Kelly. Do you just rate him at all? Like, have you obviously, Bobby, you've seen him play once or twice, but would you say he's really like a Hibs starter quality player?
It's hard to say because when we seen him, he was kind of in and out in injury.
True.
And from some things that I've seen, he is. From some things I've seen, he isn't. So I'm kind of on the fence with him right now.
That's fair enough. Leo, have you seen much Josh Campbell?
I've seen him maybe one or two times. He seems decent, to be fair. He seems like poses a wee bit of a threat, but I don't know if he's Hibs starting quality.
Nah, I don't think he is. But obviously, he got the goal, so he'll probably start a few more games just to see how he's feeling. Obviously, he did score the goal to win us that game. But me personally, I don't think he's starting quality. I think there's a few players in Montgomery's team that isn't starter quality, but we've got to find out and see if the team can gel and perform decent this season. A few of them probably being, I don't know about Yar Tavares anymore. He's kind of got his spot in the team now, which I don't mind. But Dylan Levitt, I don't rate him. Honestly, I really do not rate him. He's so lazy. You can see that in the semi-final when I went to Hampden. He's so lazy. Honestly, he could not care. He just sat in the middle of the park. Just Jonah was doing everything. Like Jonah was up and down. Levitt was just strolling. And one time he made a run was to try and defend Miovski when he scored. So I just don't think he's a good centre mid for Hibs. I'd rather have Diego. He is back now. He did come on against Kelly, but I'd rather have Jonah and Diego in the midfield. Maybe have Levitt in as a free midfield, maybe. But I don't see him in a two-man midfield. He's not that good.
Nah, so we'll move on
Yeah.
to the Championship games. Bobby, want to talk about Rafe? Some victory away at Hampden. Were you there?
I was not there.
Were you not there? Nah.
2 weeks in a row.
Nah. What were your thoughts in the game though?
Well, I thought we played some really nice football in the first half. Lewis Vaughan cuts him from the right, takes the deflection of Charlie Fox and goes over Callum Ferry. And then we go down to 10 men. It's a Stonewall red, no doubt about that. Ewan Murray's just flown into the tackle. And then we go 2-1 down. Murray bringing on Scott McGill, a young 21-year-old who's not a left back, brought him on for I think it was Sean Byrne. I think what he was trying to say was, if we can have a defender push up in the midfield, it'll create chances. But what's happened is Dom Thomas he's a quality player, but I hate him. But he's seen that, and he knows that Scott McGill's he's not a natural fullback, and he's taken advantage of that. 2 crosses into the box, 2 assists, 2 goals. We're 2-1 down with 8-9 with 2 minutes to go, and then we get a stroke of luck from Scott McGill. A really nice cross in with Jack Hamilton heading in at the back post, and then get a penalty which is fairly soft I'd say, but then the coolness from Ross Millen to Panenka at a national stadium, 10 men, 91st minute.
Yeah, that is. You have to have some nerve to do that.
Oh, aye.
Well, let's just talk about the championship. I'll go through the Friday game and the Saturdays. Obviously on Friday was Dunfermline against Dundee United, which was quite funny. Obviously, Chris Mockery scored the first goal for Dundee United, and then Owen Muffet got the equaliser. No, sorry, I read that completely wrong. Sorry, Kai Fotheringham got the first goal for Dundee United, and then Owen Muffet equalised. And then the 85th minute, Chris Mockery with the winner. Do you think Dundee United should have won that game? Obviously, Bobby, you're a Raith fan and you're kind of rivals, but do you think they should have been in that game?
Well, Dundee United were dominating, and they were. Gee, don't call me out on that. They 100% were, and they got the breakthrough with about 40 minutes. Kai Fotheringham made.
Yeah.
I felt it was poor tracking by Dunfermline because Mehmet should have caught it or at least parried it out for a throw-in or a corner. But he's parried it straight back into the danger zone with Fotheringham just beating his defender to it. For Dunfermline's equaliser, once again, I thought
Good goal.
I thought it was a good goal, really good goal, yeah. Really well taken, but I think it was poor defending.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't the defender slip?
Yeah, he slipped.
And then Owen Muffet buried it bottom corner.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the winner from Chris Mockery, Harrison Sharp, has to do better.
I know, 100%.
He's got wrists like a poppadom.
You can obviously tell why he doesn't start for Dunfermline.
Aye.
You can tell why he's a backup goalie.
Well, I think Mehmet's a quality keeper. He's produced brilliant saves against us.
He can be iffy sometimes though. He could produce an absolute world of one game, and maybe a wee howler the next. But obviously, overall, he is a good goalie. Obviously, let's go to Saturday games. Ayr Jonans 2, Arbroath 0.
That's a good one.
Inverness 3, Ayr United 1. Partick 2, Morton 1. And then obviously we just talked about the Raith 3, Queen's Park 2. Ayr Jonans 2, Arbroath 0. Good game. Did you watch it by any chance? Or?
I didn't catch it because you can't really watch the championship.
Yeah.
But I did see like the scores on that and the stats. Ayr are a good team. Rhys McCabe, he's a good, like, for a player manager, he's got his team playing some really nice football. He's seen it against Rovers. What was it, 25 passes when they scored?
Yeah.
It was a really, really good goal. He's got some quality players there as well. Callum Gallagher. Is it Will Frizzle or something?
I think so, something.
Aye. He's a really good player too. And then Megwa.
Yeah,
Megwa on loan
Megwa.
from Hibs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good win against quite, I wouldn't say high flying Arbroath, but they have been one of the Championship's form teams.
Yeah.
It's certainly recently. Dick Campbell, I think he's a good manager. But all in all, it was a good win for Airdrie.
100%. Do you think they'll finish top 4, maybe top 5?
I'll say top 6. I'll give them benefit of doubt. Top 6 is realistic for them because they've just come up for League One.
Yeah. Right. Let's go away from Scottish football and let's head to England. Obviously, probably the game of the weekend, if no game of the season. 4-4, City versus Chelsea. Obviously, Bobby, you're also dabbling a bit of City. Obviously, you're more of a Raith fan though
Aye.
than a City fan. It's just that the first game you watched was City, I believe.
Yes.
So that's why you follow them. What a game.
Game.
I had a game yesterday, but after the game I was a bit tired, so I went to bed. I woke up and I seen the score 4-4. I'm like, oh, I missed the game. That's a game you didn't want to miss, and I missed it. But 4-4. Do you think City should have got a point, or do you think Chelsea was just the better team on the day?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I like the way that Mauricio Pochettino sets his teams up. We mentioned it when he was with Spurs.
Yeah.
With the team that he had to work with to get them into a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Spurs, that is, yeah.
Yeah, to get Spurs into
Yeah.
the Champions League final, it makes it that more impressive having Danny Rose at the back, Harry Winks.
No. But playing attractive football with Spurs, I mean, I think only 2 managers have done it in the last decade.
Yeah.
One of them being Ange and one of them being Pochettino.
Yeah.
Sorry, staying on Spurs. I think Ange is the good manager for him. Leo, do you think he's settling well? Do you think he's getting the best of the players?
Well, I think the awards speak for himself. 3 Manager of the Month awards in a row. I don't think he's going to win it this month, losing 2 games. But apart from his last 2 games, you seen the way he's played, and you see the way he's like the players that were there before have developed under. Like, you see how much those players have came on. Compare them to last season, they're just completely different.
No.
I think that's the way he likes to manage. He likes to maybe manage players that maybe aren't at their full potential, and then he really brings it out in them.
No, exactly. I do agree with you on that one. Obviously, I think it's probably Basuma. It's been really good
Basuma.
midfielder, and I think, the partnership between Romero and Van de Ven, it's in my opinion, it's underrated, because you wouldn't think, these two are great centre backs, but they've really been decent when obviously they're on the pitch and not half the pitch. But Spurs are doing decent. They've got a decent starting lineup. I'll ask you both. Do you think they get top 4?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, I think they do.
Do you think they get 4th, or do you get 3rd? Or 2nd or 1st?
Well, I said to you, James, the other week. I said that Spurs would get 2nd, and I think they'll keep it up.
Yeah.
Look at you laughing. I think they will. Though. I think they will.
I mean,
I think they'll
if
keep
they
it up.
do, then you prove me wrong. So that is fair enough. I think it'll still be City wins the league, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal. I think Arsenal will jump after Christmas. I think, because they're that type of team that'll do quite well, because they're like top 5's really close. Even Aston Villa's quite up there.
Yeah.
I think they're 5th now.
Yeah, they are
with
5th.
24 points or something. They're actually quite close, but I think Arsenal and Villa will drop off, start drawing games. Arsenal will lose to City. Arsenal will draw to Liverpool, something like that. And I think it'll be Liverpool and Man City for the title. Maybe Spurs if they can keep up the form. But I think City will win it.
Bobby, what do you think?
I don't think City will win it. I think the pressure after winning the treble, it's always massive. Like, you seen it, 1999 was it when Man United won it? You seen it in 2000. They finished 3rd or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
They didn't win the league.
Like that, yeah.
Nah, but I just feel like City are kind of in this, I'm not going to say easy era, but you don't really have much teams to compete with. Because everybody's kind of in the rebuilding phase. You know what I'm saying? In the Prem, because you've got a starting team that 90% of the time Pep knows what he's going to do. He's going to put out that lineup and you know what he's going to do. As in Liverpool and Arsenal, they kind of have a mix of players to play. But I do think, I think City will win the double this year.
I think. So I was just going to say, I think City have a wee bit of that as well, though.
Do you think so?
City's bench is good enough to start for any other team in the league. They are.
Depends.
I think the squad depth.
Depends who you're talking about. Julian Alvarez, of course, he's really good.
No, he's not really a bench player nowadays. So
he's a rotation because he's him and Haaland kind of just switch in and out. If no, they play together.
Yeah, sometimes play together, but
yeah. I actually prefer when they play together because it's just bounce off each other. They're actually really good players. Or even if Alvarez is on the wing and Haaland's at top, just because they can both strike a ball. Anyway, enough glorifying City. So from the Premier League down to the East of Scotland Football League Premier Division, me and Bobby the weekend we went to go watch Rothes against Inverkeven Hill Swifts. Obviously me and Bobby were at the game. We captured some stuff and hopefully they'll be up on the In-Depth podcast channel soon. So be on the lookout for that, sorry. Bobby, obviously I was with you, as I already said. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, like I said when I was there, I thought Gordon Office were very dominant. I thought that the Inverkeven keeper played very, very well. Without him, game could have been over in the first half, maybe in the first 20 minutes.
The only thing the keeper couldn't do was do his kicks.
That's the only thing. That's the only negative they had.
But the game was quite good. The pies were horrible though. But the game was good. 4-1 it was. I think it was your man got a hat trick.
Yeah, Stuart Cargo.
Aye.
He's some player. He is. He's a pretty much a lower league icon.
He's a lower league merchant.
Yeah.
Obviously, for Inverkeven now, Luke Mahahadi, ex-Rafe man, when he was like 17, no, something like that,
Aye.
16, 17.
Played
Obviously,
last year in the League Cup.
did he?
Mm.
Not bad. And then he's obviously at Inverkeven right now. Decent player. Do you think he'll ever get back up to Championship Premier League?
Well, he's on loan from Bonnyrigg
Mm.
at Inverkeven now, and Bonnyrigg have had, well, certainly in the last couple of years they had Arnott, Kieran Mitchell.
Yeah.
They've done really well developing young Rafe players. Obviously Arnott's back down in the lower leagues again, on loan at East Kilbride, who are doing well. But Lou Mahadi, he's a really good striker of the ball, but he needs the service, and I don't think Inverkeven can really offer that to him.
Nah, we've seen at the game where he had a few chances, but it didn't really come like much because he can't really get the service at Inverkeven. Even if they play like a lower league team like Rawfest, who I don't think will finish lower league at the end of the season. It's just that point deduction and all that they're doing. But I just don't think Inverkeven can give him that spark to revamp his career, because obviously he is a good player, but they can't give him a service to score goals.
Am I right in saying Inverkeven just sacked their manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did they have a manager at the weekend or no? No.
It was the assistant coaches, I think. Cause, fun fact, actually, one of the coaches who were there used to do my coaching when I was at Bogelli and I was trialling with Blue Brazil. He was there, but we won't get into that. It's funny that he's went from youth level now to Inverkeven. Just shows that Inverkeven might be a wee bit desperate, but we won't get into Inverkeven much because I don't really know what I'm talking about.
No, I was just going to say, I think that they should be doing a bit better for the amount of money they've put in. They've put in thousands upon thousands, doing up the Astro pitch at Inverkeven, like putting all the banners around it, just everything around the club. Got a lot of investment, and I think no wonder the manager's been sacked.
No.
They're a team that's ambitious and looking to go up the leagues, and if the manager that they had's not doing that, then why keep him there? Huh?
So I do get what you're saying. Let's take a wee break from football in general, and we'll talk about how Bobby's here the day. Obviously, you would be at school, but you had something on. Do you care to explain for us?
I had my induction at Greg's.
Yeah, no bad. Just getting a wee job.
Aye.
While obviously at school still. Is it after school? Yeah.
No, it's on Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay,
On Saturday, Sunday.
no bad. What's that all we talk about, Greg?
If you come by the shop on the 18th, you can get a free steak bake.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'll be there. Will you be there?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be at Greg's.
I'll take a steak back any day of the week.
Exactly. Right, so going back to Scottish football, I think it was a few weeks ago, Partick Thistle on Twitter went viral because of their ultras singing a chant, Partick Thistle boing boing.
Partick Thistle boing boing.
Do you think that's a good chant?
It's horrible. I've heard it.
I've got to disagree. I think it's absolutely top tier class.
top 3 chants in football.
I think it's could it be one of the best chants world football's ever seen?
Right, you can shut up now. This topic was actually suggested by Leo, and it's team warm-ups, and I'm quite curious to why you put it on the board. Do you care to explain?
I just thought I was interested to see, Bobby being a Rafe fan, you James being a Hibs fan. I was interested to see your warm-ups, like how the team warms up and how it compares to sort of Celtic. And I was kind of just wondering, would you know how your team warms up and what your team warms up?
So basically, you're wondering like how different teams.
Yeah, like sort of what drills you cover, but sort of what are you doing before the game? What was your team doing before the game?
Well, Bobby, let's no offence, but you're the lowest out of us 3. But I just want to do it. I want to see like what is the difference. You know what I'm saying? So, from a championship team, do you know like what your team does like pre-match?
with the keepers, it's usually distribution before the match, and then catching at the end of the warm up, and then with the outfield players, it's usually agility and quick control passing, close control passing. You see that quite often down the right hand side of the starts pitch.
Yeah.
I think the warm ups are a good topic though, because you can, from the warm ups, you can see how a team's going to set up, if they're going to defensively attacking.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good topic though.
Appreciate it.
Well, at Hibs, when I kind of enter the stadium, you see the players doing a wee quick little rondo, doing a wee rondo, like quick feet, quite a close circle, not a big one, close circle, trying to get it close to your feet. With the goalies, I see them do like a wee warm up, like kick to the hand, step, kick to the hand, just a wee warm up. And as Bobby said, David Marshall also does do some distribution, and some passing drills as well. Some passing drills, because I think that's like the way that Hibs play, passing drills.
Yeah.
Pass 1-2, and that's really about it. Like pre-game at half time, the subs go out, do some passes, long passes, short passes. So, aye.
Yeah.
What about Celtic, Leo?
Keepers come out. Keepers, something interesting they always do before every game. So you've got Joe Hart, Scott Bain and Siegrist. Right, they always try hit the crossbar. First thing they do, they always try half volley, hit the crossbar. Whenever one of them hits it, they celebrate. It's quite funny because they do it every single week. They always do that. It's the first thing they do. Then sort of keepers, they sort of give Joe Hart sort of close control, sort of long passing with the two other keepers sort of sit on the halfway line either side, sort of passing to them. Then practice reflexes, just kind of close shots as most keepers do, sort of volley, sort of catching and that. Then you get the players that come out, sort of just pass it about to start off. Then they sort of start on 11, break off from the subs and sort of just do a wee bit running, sort of gather in a circle, do a wee bit stretching. Then after that you sort of get the defenders in a group. Sort of they kind of do a wee bit ahead in practice. Then you get sort of other players doing the passing. Then everyone gathers up, does a wee bit shooting, all the attacking players. Then the final thing we always do is we always all the starting 11 gather in the corner. Everybody claps them and sort of do run around cones a couple times. Then everyone claps the team as they go in. So it was a wee bit more in depth. I was just wanting to say. So I found it quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just how teams warm up and the sort of differences.
That is fair enough. I think Celtic go a bit more in depth than Hibs and Rafe, but it must be working because he's at top of the league. Real lads, I've just seen this article about a Peruvian club that called for punishment as the lights go out on their title celebrations at an opponent's club. Stadium, sorry. Bobby, obviously, I think you've seen it because you told me about it. That's so random, eh? Like, why would you turn off the lights?
I know, it's so basically as their rivals, and essentially, as soon as the referee's whistles go, it's just bam, off. Lights gone.
So they just celebrated in the dark.
Yeah.
That's mental. But I just find that a little bit random. Think Rafe would do that if Dunfermline won the Scottish Cup at Starks Park.
I'd hope so.
Aye, just for your sanity.
Right.
But that's just weird. And why is the cup final being played at our club's stadium? It should be their national stadium.
Yeah, like a neutral venue.
Yeah. I've just seen the Scottish national team. People have been called up. It was 5 days ago, I think, a week ago about that. I'll go through player by player, and then at the end we'll go for players who deserve to be in it and players who don't deserve to be in it. Right. Start with the goalkeepers. Xander Clark, Liam Kelly and Robbie McCrory. I think two of them shouldn't be in it. What are your guys' thoughts? Sorry. Obviously, one of them is definitely Robbie McCrory. He shouldn't
Doesn't
be
even
in
play for his club.
it. Exactly. He shouldn't be in it.
He's
But
had one senior appearance.
it was against Hibs as well.
Yeah.
Do you think Liam Kelly should be in it?
Nah.
No, not at all.
I can't mind his name. There's another Scottish keeper. I would put him.
Honestly, I would take Scott Bain over Liam Kelly. Honestly, I really would. Would you agree? Or
I'd take Kevin Dabrowski.
he's Polish, mate.
I absolutely hate Liam.
He's finished.
I absolutely hate Liam Kelly. I'm not even going to lie. I just think he's time wasting antics are absolutely embarrassing.
He also concedes too many at his near post.
Yeah.
No, at all.
Like, he shouldn't be in the Scotland team. Like, this is a Scotland team that's about to go to the Euros.
Anyway, right, let's get after goalies, right?
Right.
The defenders. We're going to go from Liam Cooper, Josh Doig, Jack Hendry, Scott McKenna, Nathan Patterson, Ryan Porteous, Anthony Ralston, and Greg Taylor. Do you think that's a good selection from Steve Clark?
I don't think. I do love him, mate. A lot of people don't, but Ralston shouldn't be in the Scotland squad.
Nah.
Ralston shouldn't be in the Scotland squad.
I think Josh Doig getting a call up for the under 21s. I think he's deserved, in my opinion. I think he would have got called up a lot earlier if we never had the, like, say, Andy Robertson, Tierney. Probably arguably two of the best left backs in the world. That wasn't English, but still, you get my point.
Yeah.
Scott McKenna's good. Porteous, probably our best centre back for Scotland so far. I know I'm a bit biased because I'm a Hibs fan. Jack Hendry as well. If we play a 5-back, I would want it to be Ryan Porteous, Ryan Porteous, Hendry, and
It's hard to say because of a few
McKenna.
injuries there.
McKenna, I'd have McKenna.
Few injuries there because you've got Tierney injured,
Yeah.
got Robertson.
Ideally, it'd be Tierney, Hendry, Porteous.
Yeah.
With probably Porteous in them.
But if we do play like a 5-back, which I think we will, obviously because we've already qualified, so I'd think we'll play Ralston right back or Patterson, one of the two.
Probably Patterson.
And then I think right centre back will be Porto because he loves to play that role. Because Patterson, if he's playing, will go up. Porto will cover for the right back role, and then it'll be Hendry in the middle.
Yeah, Hendry
is
will be in the
better
middle,
than
yeah.
McKenna. So I'll have McKenna on the left, and then I really want Josh Doig to go on the left, which I actually think he might. He might get a few starts ahead of Greg Taylor. You think? I think he's better than Greg Taylor, but obviously a wee bit biased again.
Greg Taylor on form.
Yeah,
Josh
on form.
Doig. No. I mean, like on form at the moment, Josh Doig is a better player at the moment.
Right, let's go to the midfielders. Starting with Stuart Armstrong, Lewis Ferguson, Billy Gilmore, Ryan Jack, John McGinn, Callum McGregor, Kenny McLean, and I guess Scott McGinn Scott McTominay if you count him as a centre mid or a midfielder. But he likes to attack. Obviously, Scott McTominay probably one of the most informed players for Scotland at the moment. So obviously, Bobby, you're a Man City fan, right? And McTominay plays for Man United, but you have to rate him, mate. He's a good player.
Aye, certainly. He's specifically in the last year, he's given me one of the best moments as a Scotland fan.
Yeah.
So you can't no like him for that, like.
So you love him for Scotland, but you hate him for United.
Exactly.
Do you obviously John McGinn staple of Scotland squad, Callum McGregor staple of Scotland squad, Billy Gilmore staple of Scotland squad, yeah.
Deserved.
Ryan Jack, he's in there. He's a bench player, I think. Lewis Ferguson could start. He's a decent player. Kenny McLean, bench player, I think. No good enough to start. Stuart Armstrong will never forgive him.
Me personally, I don't think Kenny McLean and Ryan Jack should be in the Scotland squad, in my opinion.
Who should go ahead of him though? Nobody's good. Like, see, our team hasn't got much depth. They have their squad and then that is it. I think personally.
I disagree with these folk. Some folks say Ryan Gold should be in the Scotland squad. I don't think he should.
Nah, he's.
I don't think he should.
He's playing in the MLS.
Yeah, I know.
He's playing against pure burger farmers.
There's some players that have been. There's some players that have been in Scotland, performed poorly, went to MLS, starts going goals for fun. Think
that just-
Morgan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Think about that Greg Taylor boy. No. Oh, Greg Taylor. Sorry, I mean that boy that plays for Inter Miami. That's Finnish. The boy.
he's
that-
not Scottish.
I didn't know, but I just mean like he was in National
Nah,
League
yeah.
their year there, and then now he's in Inter Miami playing with Messi.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I didn't mean Greg Taylor.
Taylor.
Ryan Taylor. That's it. Ryan Taylor. Anyway, right on to the attackers now. Che Adams, Jacob Brown, and is he out
Che Adams is out, yeah.
for who?
Lawrence Shankland.
Oh, I seen that. Aye. Okay.
Alright.
Give me a day.
The original strikers were going to be Che Adams, Jacob Brown, Ryan Christie, and Lyndon Dykes. But obviously, Che Adams has been taking out the squad for Shankland because I think it was an injury. Injury to Che Adams. Only 4 attackers, or 4 proper attackers. Obviously, I think McTominay will push up. I think John McGinn will as well, so kind of 6. But is that a good attack? Is it good enough for the Euros?
I mean, I guess you can say that he can take it pretty easily because we've qualified, but
Yeah, I know.
I want to qualify strongly.
No, exactly. I want to finish with good points. I want to at least get a win off Georgia and hopefully beat Norway, but I think we'll get beat off Norway. But we've already done it, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think the Scotland attack's good enough.
Nah.
I think we need a striker that'll score goals.
Me personally, I would really like to see Shankland and Nisbet up top. Obviously, I hate Shankland, but you can't argue that he does bang goals. He's an out and out goal scorer. He doesn't make the runs in behind for you, but if you give him the ball to his feet, he will score.
The problem with Scotland is, though, as much I'd like to see Nisbet and Shankland as a partnership, we haven't produced a top quality striker for 2 decades.
Our last quality striker is probably Lee Griffiths. No, I mean our last decent striker was probably Lee Griffiths.
I think he lives off the 2 free kicks against England, to be fair.
No, I mean just in
Okay,
general. Just in general though.
40 goals a season.
No, but
No,
I mean-
for Scotland. For Scotland.
Scotland,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you say, we had some really good strikers. Like, who's that boy that went for Rangers to Spurs? I can't remember his name, but he banged in goals for Spurs and couldn't perform for Scotland.
Nah, but you can't really base it on that because if you think about it, if you base it, just take Robbo for example, right? He's okay. He's okay for Scotland. He's no outstanding. Well, sorry, like a few years ago, he was okay for Scotland, but he was amazing for Liverpool. I think it's a team around you. Obviously, 100% it is, but it's a team around you. Like with Liverpool, Robbo, he doesn't have to do much, and when he does do something, he does it well because he's got good players around him. With Scotland, he's kind of like the only world class player in that team.
I get. Sorry, you go.
So I was just gonna say, I think Tierney's a world class player. I think Tierney.
Not anymore, I don't think. He is a class player. He's not a world class player anymore.
I think I fit Kieran Tierney as a world class player.
A fit and on form, maybe, but right now he's not doing the best.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but-
he's injured. But
Bobby, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I think the problem with Scotland is that, like you said, the team around them. We didn't have a great team for about 20 years. Again, though, like we haven't had a striker that can bang goals like Kenny Dalglish did in the English Premier League or the English top flight, like he did. Like how prolific he was for Liverpool. He wasn't as prolific for Scotland, but he was still one of the best strikers we've had for possibly ever.
Yeah.
same with the Dennis Law as well.
Yeah, Dennis Law.
Dennis Law and Kane Kenny, Scotland's best strikers ever,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But I just don't think we'll ever produce that top talent ever again.
I think Ben Doak's got to get a call up. I'm not saying he's going to be. He's obviously not going to be Kenny Dalglish level, right? But I think he could be like a sort of Scottish Gareth Bale, if you want. Loads of people have been saying that, and I think he could be given a wee bit game time and given a wee bit minutes maybe at club
But
football.
the thing is, though, who does he play ahead of? Like, who does he get in ahead of?
I think if you look at it, we've already qualified.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should maybe in the when's the next international games? Is it
Thursday.
No, in like the next international break. Like, is it March? Is it?
I'm not even sure.
I think.
Oh, what, for the Nations League?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's March.
yeah. So
Who
March.
does he get ahead of, though? Who does he get ahead of? Because the only player I see him getting ahead of is Stuart Armstrong.
No, I think he's. I think he'll show more fight than. Maybe not the majority, but a lot of those players in that team.
Nah, but the thing is, though, sorry about that, but who do you replace, though? Like, who do you replace him with? Because I would only say Stuart Armstrong. I don't know if you agree with me, but
You wouldn't took out Ryan Jack.
no, but I mean, like, in the attacking role, he's not going to play centre mid.
I know, but Stuart Armstrong. I know, but you were saying replacing
Stuart Armstrong plays attacking. He doesn't play centre mid for Scotland. I mean,
I know, but I mean, like when he gets called up as a midfielder, you get what I mean. So
yeah, but Ben Doak would get
his slot is in the midfield, like officially.
yeah, Ben Doak would get called up as an attacker because he plays right wing. But he doesn't. He's not better than Dykes. He's definitely no better than Christie. He's no better than
I think
Shankland. No, yet at least. Give him time in the under-20s.
I agree
Whatever.
with given time, but once that time has been given and he served it, I'd really like to see. I'm still hanging about Dykes, but
Yeah.
I'd like to see Doak come off the bench for Dykes, provide the pace that Dykes lacks.
But the thing is, though, Dykes is proven to be a goal scorer for Scotland, and I don't think Steve Clarke is willing to take the risk and take him out the team.
consistently though. No,
No, but
yeah.
when we need it, he does score the goals. He does. But obviously, maybe not recently, because that's McTominay's job. But like I think it was last year or the year before when we were qualifying, he did score the goals.
Yeah, it's just there's been so many like you said in the last year, like that one against Israel where it's played across the box from Robbo, and what does he do? He heads it back towards the right side
Yeah.
when it should be back towards where the keeper came from because the keeper's not getting there. He consistently misses some big chances that could sway the game.
True, but I'm not a big fan of Dykes, but I do think he has to play for Scotland. I just think so. It works in Steve Clarke's favour. It's in his tactics.
Yeah, he's a big presence up top.
Exactly. But
Wait.
me personally, I would absolutely love to see Kevin Nisbet when he's fit and Shankland when he's fit. Don't know if you agree with it, but I just they both centre forwards can bag goals. You've seen it in the Premiership. They can bag goals, especially Shankland last season.
Yeah, it's two opposite kind of play styles though, because you've got Shankland, which you'd probably identify as your typical poacher striker, which is job's still got to be done. But then you've got Nisbet, who we've seen quite a few times, someone who run onto the ball, slot it past the keeper.
But I think that would be very good though, because if Nizzy makes the run and say Shankland drops him behind, Nizzy goes to the ball and maybe looks for Shankland goal. I think it would work very well. But obviously, Steve Clarke's the manager; he probably knows what he's doing.
I still think when the midfield's that quality, when the defence lately has been that quality, I think the attack. I even think with those players, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it coincides with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I do agree with your point there.
That's why I do think Ben Doak should get in soon, just so he can develop as a player and reach his potential. Because I think that I don't want him to slip away because he has got some potential.
No, that is true. That is true. I think keep him in under 21s for the now. Wait till next Euro qualifying, and then give him a shot, or even Nations League, give him a shot. I agree with you then. Right, we're going to look at the under 21s for Scotland. Right, let's have a look. In goals, we've got Matthew Anderson, Connor Barron, and Aibane Boat. Obviously, I think Connor Barron will start.
Connor, he's
Aberdeen.
he's a good player.
How old is he?
I think he's like 20. Is he? Is he 20 or something?
He
Like?
must be young, but I think he's really, really good.
I know he was playing in League Two a season. What, 2 seasons? Not even 2 seasons ago.
Was he the one that came for Albion Rovers?
No, he was on
No.
loan at Kelty
Oh, yeah.
for
yeah. You'll know
half
him
a
then.
season.
So what?
You'll know him, James.
Who?
Connor Bannon.
Aye.
Yeah.
He was at Kelty.
Aye.
Aye.
He was good player at Kelty as well.
And then you got obviously infamous Kieran Bowie,
Oh,
ex-Rafe guy, Lyle Cameron, Tommy Conway, Ben Doak. Josh Doig is here, but I think he's been called up to the senior. Don't know why he's still there, but Ryan Duncan, Max Johnson, and Leon King being the defenders, I think. Do you think Leon King starts?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he does start. Obviously, I'm not really too sure about Lyle Cameron, Tom Conway. Obviously, I do know Ben Doak, Liverpool player. I think he's in the under-21 for Liverpool right now. I think he's been put down.
I think he started at the Europa League as well, though.
Yeah. He fluctuates between the both.
Plays in the cup.
Yeah. Obviously, Kieran Bowie, ex-Rafe man. Obviously, on loan from Fulham down in Northampton Town. Good player. Very good player. And you got Ryan Duncan for Aberdeen. Decent player. That was about it. On to the next players. Emilio Lawrence from Man City. Alex Lowry. I like him. Ben McPherson. Dyer, my buddy. Him. And next you got Michael Mellon. You got Liam Morrison.
You just leaving?
Jeremiah Mullen. Lewis Nielsen. You got Jack Newman. You got Kieran Slicker. You got Jude Smith. And you've got Robbie Uri. So obviously, Liam Morrison plays for Wigan. Good youngster in my opinion. Jeremiah Mullen as well plays for Leeds. These are some players that I think will come up through Scotland and hopefully play for the senior. Don't know about Alex Lowry. Obviously, he's been decent at Hearts so far. But out of the players, who do you think gets promoted to the Scotland senior squad in the next 3-4 years?
I don't like Lowry, but he could be a future Scotland player.
I think Ben Doak. Obviously, Josh Doig has already been promoted.
Yeah.
Ben Doak, Josh Doig. Who else could get promoted?
I think Jude Smith could.
Yeah,
because he's been playing. He played in the cups, didn't he? In the League Cup,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might. But I think it's only like 3 or 4 that would get promoted to the senior squad in the next 3-4 years. From what we know right now, obviously, if they perform for their team and national team, obviously could go different ways.
Leon King at maybe a different club.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe not. I don't think Rangers as.
I think if Kieran Bowie does well at Northampton and Fulham give him a chance, could be a quality player.
The thing is, with like players going down to England when they're very young, it's helped us massively because our grassroots are not good.
Yeah.
Our grassroots are very much need improvement, and England's one. There's a reason why they've produced so many top quality talents recently, because it's one of the top quality grassroots in the world.
No, exactly.
I was just gonna say, you just look at basic things like, see here they look like AstroTurf pitches. They don't do it in England. They let you play whenever you want.
No, exactly. No.
You've just got access to a lot more facilities that you don't get here.
Well, going back to Scotland, I think a player who could be playing for Scotland, maybe under 20s. Don't know yet though, but he's got mad potential. A player that me and Bobby both know, who's a Rafe graduate, Donny Westwood. Obviously, he went to school with Bobby. Really good player for Rafe's under 18s, I think it is right now. Do you think he'll ever get a call up to the senior Rafe squad?
Well, he's played a few bounce games with the senior squad. He was supposed to play in the game against Hamilton, but it got called off.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But he did play against Hearts with first team members like Josh Mullen, Callum Smith, Lewis Vaughan, Kevin Dabrowski. He said it was a brilliant experience.
It would be to be. I think he's only 17, and to be under 18s normally, but then also play with the senior some of the senior players at Rafe must be a good experience, and it probably gives him hope that he could reach it one day.
Yeah, and good thing was that he wasn't going in alone because he knew Callum Hanna.
Yeah.
Obviously him being another young boy, 17 as well.
Yeah.
Which is it's showing that the community foundation, the pathway that Rovers provide, is certainly working.
Yeah. It might be a long shot, but if he gets promoted maybe in the next year, he'll be 18. Maybe if he performs really well, he could get in the under 19 squad. But we'll obviously just need to wait and see.
Bobby, out of all the SPFL fixtures this weekend, who is your player of the weekend?
Oh, that's a hard one. I seen that Yang was really good in the first half for Celtic.
Yeah.
Obviously a bit of bias, but I'm going to go for Ross Millen. Just for that Penenka in the last minute.
Yeah, James, what about you?
Probably Yang this week. Outstanding for Celtic. Probably deserves star man player of the week, I think. Him or Josh Millen, as you say, Bobby. Two good players, obviously one Championship, one Premier League. Premiership, sorry. But yeah, Yang, probably my player of the week.
Yeah, for me, it's probably Lewis Palmer. Got a goal and 3 assists. Unbelievable. He's a top talent. And for the money we brought in, got, 6.5 million for both Yang and Palmer.
It's crazy.
And how much we sell Jota for? 20 odd million?
24.5.
Yeah. So, using that Jota money, getting players in for cheap, they're going to sell for loads when they eventually get sold. Obviously, it's not what you want, but that's the sort of transfer policy you're kind of going for. Buying players cheap, sort of selling them for loads, sort of making the club a business, sort of.
Well, I mean, considering what was it, January, Rangers wanted to buy Palmer for what, like 8 million or something, like, and you got him for like what 3.5 or something.
Yeah.
Massive.
No, exactly. You got him on a steal, I think.
So, James, we've obviously got a wee new studio here.
Yeah.
We're filming in a studio a few doors down, but we've changed facilities. We've got better. We've got the proper mics now. We've got the proper wee table set up. What's your thoughts on the new wee setup going on?
It's absolutely amazing. Obviously, filmed a podcast with Bobby, and obviously it never came out. But we filmed it down in the other podcast room, and it wasn't as good.
Arguably one of our best podcasts, so like that one.
Yeah, it was probably our best podcast, but I just couldn't edit it. But I think there'll be a video on screen right now showing you the new podcast. It's just there's 4 microphones, all matches up. Hopefully we get the cameras working soon to obviously bring you some visuals, so you're not just staring at the in-depth podcast screen. But it's a really good studio, obviously. Much better than the one that we had down the hall.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bobby is our first guest on the podcast. Hopefully, we'll be getting some high-profile names in the future. Oh, I'm sorry for that, Bobby, but you're not really on social media.
Bit of an insult there.
Bobby, I would like to ask you this question. Obviously, it's brilliant to have you. And if we were to invite you again, which we probably will, who would you want to have alongside you?
Big Kevin Dabrowski. He's just such a character in that Rave squad. He just gets it. He's not been there long. And
No, I know. I'm really gutted that we actually let go of him. I think it was a poor decision from the Hibs board to let him go. But obviously,
on a free.
Yeah, no, I can't fault you for snatching him up. I would say I'm a wee bit biased, but probably the best goalie in the league. Maybe behind Dundee United's goalie, but Dabrowski is class. He's really good. Obviously, Leo, you're not really familiar with Dabrowski, and
What's your fair bit?
I know, but like Hibs and Rafe, who he's played for, being at games that he's played in, and he's just like that. I think it was 2 seasons ago he came on. No, sorry, he started against Hearts and he kept a clean sheet. 0-0. And in a derby, he's a class goalie. I love him. I don't know why we ever let go of him. Talking about goalies, Celtic are looking for a new goalie to replace Joe Hart, because I think his contract ends at the end of the season. I think so anyway. I'm not actually too sure, or it's next season. Why too? But he's getting old, and he's no Celtic quality anymore. I don't think. I don't think he is.
I've got to disagree.
Mate, did you see
Just
what
outside
happened
the
at the
goal.
Champions League? The boy went in his net. He would have saved it if he was out his goal.
I've seen that. He's had off games, but you've seen some of his saves he makes.
No, that's true. I would. But the thing is, though, you've got two other goalies on your bench. One of them has really good potential, Ben Seagrass.
He's 31.
No, Seagrass pretty old.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then why'd you sign him then?
I don't know.
That's poor. You sign good players and then you sign players like Ben Seagrass for Dundee United. He was good,
Seagrass.
but then he just now he's on the bench, just sitting a bit every weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that was an Ange signing. I think that was somebody in the backroom staff, to be honest. Because
What's
Panic
Seagrass?
buy. Just a
Prospect
panic.
FM in real life.
Yeah. Got into the deadline day, take part.
Exactly. Right. I think that'll do it for today's podcast. I know Leo wants to keep it going, talk a bit more, but and that's all the topics covered for the day. Hopefully, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, if we're not busy. It was good having you on, Bobby.
Thanks, lads.
Always welcome on the podcast. And it's been good having you.
Been good, yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.